On this edition of Lexington Now, a new space at the Family Care Center, Valley Park's new community center, and Truck-a-palooza. I'm Neil Noah, and welcome to Lexington Now for the week of June 3rd, 2024. The Family Care Center has received a $75,000 grant. The funds will be used to build a new nature-based playground. We were there for the announcement.
People who work in social services often have to handle some difficult situations. It can be really stressful. I can tell you that it helps to know that community supports your work, understands it, and values its importance. PNC is sending that message loud and clear today to our Family Care Center staff. It's a message PNC has been sending for many years through its PNC Grow Up Great program.
It is PNC Grow Up Great's 20th anniversary this year. This is our signature philanthropic initiative designed to help prepare children from birth to age 5 for success in school and life. For the past 20 years, PNC has placed a pronounced emphasis on early childhood education because as bankers, we understand that investing in high-quality early childhood education represents one of the best uses for our philanthropic dollars. Helping prepare young children for success in school and life accomplishes several objectives that create economic impact both now and in the future. Our commitment to early childhood comes to life in various ways, through grant funding, employee volunteerism, advocacy, and awareness. As we celebrate the 20th anniversary of PNC Grow Up Great, we have several special efforts underway, both in Lexington and in our footprint that ranges coast to coast. Among these efforts is a major investment PNC Foundation is making in high-quality, nature-based outdoor play and learning environments. This emphasis on the nature-based learning is informed by a growing body of research, which suggests that outdoor play offers many benefits for young children's learning and development. At the same time, children today are spending less time outdoors playing. In fact, a recent PNC-funded research by the National Institute for Early Education Research revealed that roughly half of our preschool-age children are playing outside less than one time a day. And that's why PNC is collaborating with organizations to help create and enhance outdoor play spaces for children in the communities we serve. That's why we're here today with the Lexington Fayette Urban County Government to announce a $75,000 grant from the PNC Foundation through PNC Grow Up Great to help fund the development of an outdoor play and learning environment here at the Family Care Center, exactly where you're sitting right now. All of us at PNC are so excited to see this project, which it's first of its kind in our community, come to life. We are also excited about the role that this resource will play in helping Lexington's youngest learners discover the many wonders of nature and what nature can teach us.
This is very exciting. And I congratulate all of you on your 20th anniversary of PNC Grow Up Great. Isn't that a great phrase? Grow up great. That's what we all want for our children. This nature-based playground will be a wonderful addition to a wonderful place, the Family Care Center. I'm so proud of the work that goes on here. I'm looking at Sheila, who heads up this effort. We have a great team of teachers and caregivers who work here. This facility opened back in 1989. From the start, it has been a remarkable program, a very special place that serves young children and their young parents. Children receive excellent education and care here. Young parents can learn parenting and life skills while completing requirements for a high school diploma. And there's a home visitation program teaching new and expectant parents about health, pregnancy, home safety, bonding, and infant development. Today's generous grant from PNC Foundation will give the children who are cared for here something many of them rarely have, an opportunity for outdoor play. Children will expand their daily learning activities with everyday objects in nature.
The Family Care Center serves a low-income population. Most of our children live in apartment complexes. Some do not even have playgrounds. A majority of the children that we serve have not been exposed to a nature-based playground and learning environment. Parents are working and often do not have time to take their child to a local park. That's about to change for the children here at the Family Care Center. In our new nature-based playground, they will have the opportunity to enhance their daily learning activities with everyday objects in nature. We're thinking of log bridges, climbers, tunnels, log balance beams, and tree steppers. Studies show that when natural elements are incorporated into a playground, the length of time a child plays is more than doubled. I can't wait to see their reaction. Thank you so much again to PNC.
Valley Park is getting a much-needed expansion to its neighborhood center. The construction was officially kicked off at an event this past week.
Today we are kicking off construction on this neighborhood center here in Valley Park, a renovation and an expansion project. Neighborhood centers like this one, located in parks around our city, play an important role in many people's lives and in the life of neighborhoods. This neighborhood center is a pretty popular place for community meetings, rentals, youth activities, and more. And it's clear that we need more space. So the project includes a full renovation of the existing building, including creation of additional multi-purpose space that can be subdivided into 2 separate rooms. The new addition will add another 800 square feet of multi-purpose space, 2 restrooms, changing rooms with a locker area, an entry vestibule, and mechanical and storage space. The exterior canopy will be increased from 1,300 square feet to 2,200 square feet to accommodate larger outdoor activities. This park is in Councilmember Jennifer Reynolds' district, and she has been a very strong advocate for this project.
Valley Park is a very special place and a special gathering place. In this space, I've witnessed, and I'm going to be specific so you can hear everything, weddings, parties, camps, church meetings, concerts, birthdays, festivals, back-to-school rallies, baby showers, dance practices, Zumba, ballet classes, ballet folklorico, soccer, art classes, after-school programs, government meetings, neighborhood and park association meetings, and many other events. The expansion of this park building and shelter has been identified as a need by this neighborhood. And today we gather to celebrate the collective win of finally being able to give this community what it needs and deserves.
We're excited about the area getting all new finishes and having new casework for storage. There's so many great programs that happen in this space, and we know that as those grow, you need more space for the programs that happen here at Cardinal Valley. We're also excited that the exterior canopy will be expanded so that park events can continue to grow out into the beautiful green space that you see here at Cardinal Valley Park. We do want to thank BMI Builds. They're set to begin construction, I think within the next week to 10 days. We'll see fencing go up, and BMI Builds will begin working on this space, and we look forward to seeing a new renovated building here in 2025.
Get ready to rev up those big truck engines this weekend. We'll tell you about it after this.
Hello everyone, I'm Tiffany Brown, Equity and Implementation Officer in the Mayor's Office and Chair of the A Sense of Place Committee. I'm here today to talk about A Sense of Place, an initiative dedicated to preserving the history of Lexington's rural Black hamlets and celebrating those that remain active today. More than 20 historic Black hamlets have been identified in Fayette County. Most are located in rural areas. Our historic hamlets have been and are home to generations of lived experiences, traditions, and culture. Houses, churches, schools, grocery stores, agricultural enterprises, and lodge halls for community gatherings were found in many hamlets. A Sense of Place is a partnership between community members with direct connection to our hamlets and the city of Lexington. Its goal is to raise awareness about what the hamlets represent and to identify steps that are needed to take to preserve their history. The A Sense of Place committee includes local historian Yvonne Giles, local historian Calvin Graves, Executive Director of the Lexington History Museum Mandy Higgins, Haydentown resident Dr. Alvin Seals, Haydentown Baptist Church pastor Reverend Leon Slatter, and others. With support from members of the Haydentown community, A Sense of Place is currently raising funds for maintenance updates and programming of the Haydentown Rosenwald School and property located at 705 Hayden Lane. In the early 2000s, members of the Haydentown community worked with the city to preserve the school. In the early 20th century, Rosenwald schools were found across the South, serving rural Black children and families during segregation. Many of the buildings have been destroyed. Lexington is proud that the Haydentown School still stands and wants to preserve the history and significance that so many of these schools have had in our hamlet communities. The funds will complete the restoration of the school and upgrade the historic cemetery and church building. The school will permanently house artifacts that tell the story of Lexington's hamlet. We hope you will join us.
Welcome back to Lexington Now. Truck-a-palooza is this Saturday, and it's a great family-friendly way to see the city's big trucks up close. Jennifer Myatt fills us in on the details.
I'm Jennifer Myatt with Lexington's Department of Environmental Quality and Public Works. One thing that our department has are a lot of big trucks, and we would love to show them to you, and especially to your kids who stand at the door waiting for the garbage and recycling trucks to come at Truck-a-palooza. You can join us at Frederick Douglass High School on Saturday, June 8th from 10 a.m. to noon to see all of these big trucks like the garbage truck behind me up close and personal. You can get inside of the truck, you can even honk the horn if you want to. So we really encourage people to bring out the whole family to see our trucks at Truck-a-palooza, and we will have other activities there as well. So you can learn about jobs that are available in our department and other things that the department does to help keep your garbage running and your streets clean. Truck-a-palooza is free. You don't need to pre-register. You just need to bring yourself, your family, and plenty of sunscreen. We'll have food trucks available on site so that you can buy lunch and snacks. We'll have a sensory hour from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. before the event starts if you or your children are sensitive to loud noises. The trucks will not honk their horns during the sensory hour, so it's a great option for anybody who's sensitive to loud noises or doesn't like that kind of stimulation. Truck-a-palooza is rain or shine, so bring your raincoats if it's drizzling. If there are storms or other inclement weather that means we have to cancel, we will post updates on our website and on our social media accounts at Live Green Lex. We hope to see you at Truck-a-palooza on June 8th so that we can show off our trucks to you and you can get inside them and see them up close and personal.
The Kentucky Theater has kicked off the Summer Classic Series, and Hayward Wilkerson tells us about the great films being screened.
I'm Hayward Wilkerson. I'm the director of the Kentucky Theater. Well, we're here to talk about our Summer Classics film series. You know, for nearly 30 years, we have run classic films every Wednesday from late May until early September. It's always one of our most popular series. We're always extremely excited about it, and we're only a few weeks from the most recent edition of the Summer Classics film series. We start with more than 100 films. We, as a staff, come up with lots and lots of ideas. People email me all the time with suggestions, which we love to get. We compile that into a big list. Our board chair, Lisa Meek, is very Virgo-y, so she makes a huge spreadsheet, and then we start voting on that spreadsheet. And then we narrow it and narrow it. But there are a few things we always try to do. We traditionally have always had a Hitchcock film. We've almost always had a film noir. We always end with The Big Lebowski. And we try to always do a film that really is aimed at families with young kids. So we vote and vote and vote, and then we make sure those things get in there. And then ultimately, we try to do something that represents almost every decade of classic films. Now, that's expanded. But given my age, I tend to think of classic as anything before the 50s, but I'm getting older, so now we have classics in the 90s. But this year we have, I think, pretty much 2 films from every decade, starting in the 30s and going into the 90s. So, you know, sort of our byword is there's something for everybody in this film series. Well, Lisa and I both work really, really closely on design. Despite the fact that I'm the director here, I really come more out of a design background. And Lisa Meeks, who is our board chair, is in marketing at KET. So we collaborate really closely every year. Sometimes we fight a little bit over the designs because we're perfectionists. We were really pleased with this year, and I learned something all the time. I had this idea that when we unveiled this, I wanted to animate this, and it took me a while to figure it out, but we initially online on Facebook animated this and did a little competition where this would spin and you had to identify the films. I don't know if there's one that I'm most excited about, but personally, you know, things I've never seen. So I've never seen The Red Shoes, which at one point was a really beloved film by anybody that liked to dance. I'm sure there are generations of young people that were inspired to go into ballet because they saw The Red Shoes, starting, I think, about 1948. It's an English film. This is the character in The Red Shoes, and she's having to make very difficult choices between her career and a relationship. It is just, the color is extraordinary. It's vibrant. It was a technique they had to stop using because it was so expensive. But if you love early color film, if you love film about art or about dance or about ballet, you really want to see The Red Shoes. You and I were talking. I've actually never seen Taxi Driver on the big screen, and so I'm really excited about that. I'm a huge film noir fan, so The Third Man is one of my favorite film noir, and it has Orson Welles in it, and you just can't beat Orson Welles, you know, his huge personality. I'll point out Cinema Paradiso, and this is how responsive we try to be to folks that love the theater. There's a young man at UK who I think every month for the last year has emailed me and said, will you all please show Cinema Paradiso? And we keep saying, we're going to try to get it in, we'll show it. And he was the very first person I contacted when I said, we've decided to do Cinema Paradiso as part of our Summer Classics. If you've never seen it, it's an amazing film. It's beautiful. It's all about a cinema. We love it so much because it's about a cinema that has gone through a lot of challenges and then overcome those challenges. It's a beautiful film, and the final scene is one of the most moving scenes I've ever seen in a movie. There's a million reasons we do this series. One, we love the series. Two, it's a little bit like Black Friday in the retail industry. You know, we hope to make a lot of money with the Summer Classics, and that lets us do, you know, things throughout the year that we know maybe won't bring as many people in, but we feel like really fit our mission to bring unusual film to Lexington. So we will get a lot of new people, but you also see regulars. It's like a family reunion, especially for Fred because he's been here for so long. I mean, you just watch people come in, and Fred will stand and say, oh, I haven't seen this person in a long time. Oh, that's the first time they've been back in the theater in a long time. We get huge crowds, as you probably know. I mean, some of these will sell out. I mean, we will get, you know, more than 800 people for some of these, but we'll get between 200 and 500 people for every one of these films. And I'll say, since I've got the chance to speak to everybody now, come early. Please come early. You know, it's a huge auditorium, but we're a small staff, so people like their popcorn, they like their candy. It can be hard for us to get everybody served if they all show up at 7 o'clock when the movie starts at 7:15. But one thing we're doing new this year, because we know it's frustrating if you're the person that gets here really early and then you're sitting there for a long time because we're trying to get people served who come in late. It can be a little annoying. So as in every year, we have someone playing the organ before the films. And we're also going to do cartoon shorts this year before every film, sort of vintage, cartoons from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. So KentuckyTheater.org is the easiest way to get to it, and that's the easiest thing to remember. We do have on the website, there's KentuckyTheater.org/Summer Classics. You can go there too if you want a quick view of the entire series, and you can click on buttons and see what each film is about. And of course, we'll have this up on social media, on Facebook and on Instagram with direct links to each film. You can also just come down to the theater and buy a ticket. They're on sale now, so anytime you want to come down and get a ticket to any one of your favorite films, just come on down. So every Wednesday we do a matinee at 1:30 and then 7:15 in the evening. We'll open the doors by 6:30. The organ will be playing. We'll probably start the cartoon shorts at about 7:15, and the film will probably start maybe 10 minutes after that. Just come see us. This is a great series. This is a great way to see your favorite film. We see lots of folks that want to introduce their child or their grandchild to films that meant so much to them when they were younger. So it's the best of the cinema experience in a movie theater, because the energy of watching these films with 200, 300, 600 other people that love this film, you can't capture that at home, which is why we enjoy the series so much, and we invite you to come down and have fun with us.
It's a busy week at City Hall, and that means lots of live coverage from Lex TV here and streaming online. And remember, you can also find the most accurate and up-to-date information on non-televised city business at lexingtonky.gov. Here's this week's meeting coverage. That's all for now, but as always, you can keep up with us on social media. Check out the latest traffic updates on X at LexRex, or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. For all of us at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.